We've all seen the billboards promising endless wealth. We hand over cash at the register, buying a cultural fantasy fueled by blind hope. You drive down the highway and see these 9-figure jackpots flashing in neon. That massive number exists in the real world as the ultimate marketing hook, engineered to get you to play the game. But the moment a winner steps forward, the fantasy evaporates. Before they can touch a single dollar, the brutal math of the payout structure mathematically erases nearly 74% of that advertised money. The Federal Trade Commission enforces strict regulations against deceptive advertising. In any other industry, promoting a product while delivering less than 30% of its promised value would trigger an immediate investigation for fraud. Yet state governments have been running this exact marketing scheme since 1992. They rely on relentless media hype to drive billions in ticket sales based entirely on a fabricated payout. This massive discrepancy isn't an accounting oversight or an accident of history. It is a systemic, intentional design that makes the state lottery the largest unprosecuted fraud in American history. The reality check hits the second you claim the prize, forcing you into your first massive corporate hurdle. You have to decide exactly how you receive the money, a 30-year annuity or a lump sum cash payout. This waterfall chart shows the brutal math of the immediate payout. An advertised billion-dollar win shrinks through a bottleneck to an actual cash pool of $422 million. Then, an immediate 37% federal tax bite instantly drops your take-home cash down to a final baseline of $265 million. To avoid that massive upfront cash penalty, the lottery pushes the 30-year annuity. This option promises a significantly higher gross yield spread at over 3 decades. But that contract comes with a severe vulnerability. Taking the annuity leaves your future payments entirely exposed to unknown and potentially much higher future federal tax brackets. It also carries a hidden estate tax trap. If you die in year 5, the IRS taxes your estate based on the remaining 25 years of payments. Your family will owe massive taxes on hundreds of millions of dollars they haven't actually received yet. The system backs winners into an impossible financial corner. You either surrender massive immediate asset control to the state, or you gamble your family's future on a highly exposed 30-year tax liability. When you look at the math, a billion-dollar jackpot only pays out $422 million in cash. So who exactly pockets that $578 million difference? The Multi-State Lottery Association coordinates these games across the country. Their official defense is that 62% of all ticket revenue goes directly into prize payouts. This flowchart tracks the reality of that claim. That 62% funds a hypothetical 30-year investment pool, not the actual cash handed to the winners. The missing $578 million breaks off from the main prize pool, diverting into a separate channel, the annuity spread. That spread represents massive interest generated over 30 years, pouring directly into the pockets of insurance companies, banks, and state administrative teams. The multi-state lottery system is intentionally designed to enrich administrative middlemen and financial institutions, all operating under the guise of funding massive jackpots for the public. To justify this massive transfer of wealth, state governments deploy a powerful moral alibi. They promise the public that lottery revenues are vital for funding our public schools. Hard audit data from the Texas State Lottery reveals exactly how that promise holds up under scrutiny, providing a prime case study of the system's failure. This pie chart shows the total state education budget. Despite billions in ticket sales, the lottery accounts for a microscopic 3% of the state's total education funding. The rest of that revenue disappears. Billions vanish into administrative black holes due to operational fraud and massive management overhead. Funding education is merely a public relations shield. It provides the legal cover necessary to protect a predatory financial operation from state investigations and consumer protection laws. When a massive lottery winner finally steps forward, they possess direct legal standing to sue the state for the hundreds of millions of dollars in unrealized advertised winnings they were promised. The specific legal charges are fraudulent inducement and unjust enrichment. Buying a ticket based on an advertised jackpot creates an implied contract, and the state knowingly breaks it. The primary target of this deception isn't the rare jackpot winner. It is the millions of average Americans staring at these signs, spending their money based on payout assumptions that were never true. 30-plus years of this systemic deception amounts to billions of dollars in quantifiable damages against the American public. Holding this entire system accountable requires action. The public must demand forensic audits to track where those administrative millions are actually going and prepare the class action lawsuits necessary to reclaim the missing funds. Until players stop acting like lucky dreamers and start acting like defrauded investors, state governments will continue operating an illegal confidence game disguised as a civic duty.